Breaking, SEC chairman just announced, regulation by enforcement is over. Texas prepares final Bitcoin vote, and Robinhood's move could send XRP to the moon. You need to hear this right now. What's going on, crypto fam? The news I've got for you today is absolutely mind-blowing. We're talking game-changing announcements that could completely reshape the crypto landscape as we know it. The SEC chairman just dropped a bombshell statement that has the entire XRP army celebrating. Robinhood just made a move targeting a $30 trillion market, and Texas is about to become the newest Bitcoin whale. If you're holding XRP Bitcoin or any crypto right now, you need to pay close attention to what's happening. Give this video a like, drop a comment with XRP123 to show me you're still bullish, and let's dive into these explosive developments. Let's start with a quick market check. Bitcoin is holding strong at $105,212, while XRP is sitting at $2.33. The overall market is showing mixed signals with some red, some green. The stock market is following a similar pattern with the S&P 500 and Nasdaq, both down around 0.27%. Interestingly, the VIX, Market Volatility Index, is also down, which typically signals the opposite direction for markets. When the VIX and the market move in the same direction, we often see a flip the next day. This happens because investors are placing more call options than put options, indicating bullish sentiment despite the current dip. Keep an eye on this. We could see a strong bounce tomorrow. Now let's get to the massive news that's got everyone talking. The SEC chairman just gave a speech that has sent shockwaves through the crypto community. Listen to this. It is a new day at the SEC. I'm determined that we return to our core mission that Congress set for us more than 90 years ago. This is huge. After years of what many considered regulatory overreach and regulation by enforcement, the new SEC chairman is completely changing course. He specifically stated, "Policy will be done through notice and comment rulemaking, not through regulation by enforcement." For XRP holders who watched Ripple battle the SEC for years, this is like music to your ears. The chairman emphasized creating a rational regulatory framework for crypto asset markets that establishes clear rules of the road. No more ambiguous regulations or surprise lawsuits. The SEC is finally going to provide the clarity the crypto industry has been begging for. He also mentioned disbanding FinHub, saying innovation should be ingrained into the culture SEC-wide and not limited to a relatively small office. This signals a complete overhaul of how the SEC approaches crypto and innovation, exactly what we've been waiting for. Meanwhile, Robinhood just made a power move that could be massive for XRP and the entire crypto ecosystem. Breaking news. Robinhood has submitted an SEC proposal to regulate tokenized real-world assets, aiming to bring Wall Street on-chain and unlock a $30 trillion market. This is a direct play into the same space that Ripple has been targeting with their real-world asset tokenization strategy. Remember, Ripple recently acquired Hidden Road partially to expand in this direction. And Robinhood just purchased Bitstamp, which is building a perpetual DEX on the XRP ledger. Connect the dots, people. We could be seeing the early stages of a massive partnership or collaboration between Robinhood and Ripple to dominate the tokenization market. With the SEC now taking a more innovation-friendly approach, the path is clearing for these companies to transform traditional finance. Speaking of traditional finance potentially embracing crypto, Texas is about to hold a final vote on creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve today. As the 8th largest economy in the world, this move would be enormous for Bitcoin adoption. We're seeing more and more states looking to protect themselves with Bitcoin reserves, and Texas could be the first domino to fall. This state-level adoption comes as asset managers now hold a staggering $125.11 billion worth of Bitcoin through spot ETFs. Yesterday alone, $667 million in Bitcoin was bought through these ETFs, with BlackRock making the biggest move, purchasing $305.9 million worth. We're still at the beginning of institutional adoption, and the numbers are already mind-blowing. Standard Chartered Bank even came out with a report saying current data supports Bitcoin reaching $500,000 by 2028. That's only 3 years away and would represent a 5 times increase from current prices. If Bitcoin makes that kind of move, Imagine what it could mean for altcoins like XRP that typically see even larger percentage gains during bull markets. There is one concerning situation we need to monitor, though. Japan's bond market is showing serious signs of trouble. Japan's 30-year government bond yield has surged to its highest level in history at 3.15%. For decades, Japan was known for low long-term interest rates, but now they're dealing with high inflation, shifting policy outlook, and a whopping 260% debt-to-GDP ratio. What makes this particularly concerning is that Japan holds $1.1 trillion worth of U.S. debt, making it the largest holder of U.S. treasuries. Yesterday, Japan's Prime Minister Ishiba called the situation worse than Greece. This has some investors worried we could see a repeat of the August 2024 market turbulence when the Japan carry trade started to unravel. This situation could potentially trigger some short-term volatility in crypto markets, so keep an eye on it. However, these types of macro concerns often end up driving more money into Bitcoin and crypto as safe haven assets in the long run. Remember how the banking crisis of early 2023 actually sparked a massive crypto rally? Looking at the bigger picture, I remain extremely bullish on crypto for the long term. Day-to-day and week-to-week movements are impossible to predict with certainty, but the macro trends are undeniable. Institutional money is pouring in through ETFs. Regulatory clarity is finally arriving with the new SEC approach. Major financial players like Robinhood are embracing crypto. States and potentially countries are adding Bitcoin to their reserves, and real-world asset tokenization is opening up trillion-dollar markets. These aren't just minor developments. They're fundamental shifts in how the financial world views and interacts with crypto. We're witnessing the early stages of a complete transformation of the global financial system. For XRP specifically, the combination of regulatory clarity from the SEC, Robinhood's move into tokenization, and the existing Ripple partnerships around the world creates a perfect storm for potential growth. XRP was designed for institutional use from day one, and we're finally seeing the institutional adoption that could drive its utility and value to new heights. I believe we're still in the early innings of this crypto revolution. Despite the massive gains we've already seen, the potential upside from here is still enormous. Bitcoin at $500,000 by 2028 isn't just a pipe dream, it's a realistic projection based on adoption curves and institutional inflows. And if Bitcoin reaches those levels, XRP and other quality altcoins could see even more explosive growth. I'm not making specific price predictions. I would never tell you to buy, sell, or hold, because I don't know what will happen day to day. But the long-term trajectory seems clear to me. As always, do your own research before investing, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Crypto remains volatile despite its incredible potential, so position sizing and risk management are crucial. If you found this information valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you never miss an update, especially in times like these when major developments are happening daily. Drop a comment letting me know your thoughts on the SEC's new approach or Robinhood's move into tokenization. Type XRP123 or Infinity and Beyond, so I know you made it to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and as I always say, let's make a lot of money together. I'll see you in the next one.